Welcome, guys. Hopefully, you guys are having a good night. Thank you for being here today. First, let's see who's in the chat. We got Kurt. Kurt24. How you doing, Kurt? Damn, pinche perdido a la verga. Where you been at, my boy? Nah, I'm joking. Nice to see you, bro. We got Soupy. What's up, Soupy? How you doing? We got Emily Morgan. Hey. We got the homie. We got John Rice. Damn. We got Print Your 2A. How you doing, brother? Good to have you here. So before we start, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We got Gideon Optics, right? JSD. They're having a sale right now. Use code Sabr. Goombeam, Marconi. Make sure you guys go check them out. Everything's on the link below. I'm gonna bring somebody you guys already know. You know what he does. You know who he is. Dervin Poison. Welcome to the show, bro.
What up? Thanks, man.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. First, before we start the interview, bro, and we start talking, right? I'm gonna share something with the people. I've shared it in other shows, right? But I just want to tell you thank you, bro, because you were there when I was sick, right? And I remember you're like, oh no, bro, just like 20 days, you'll be okay, and just bullshitting me along, right? So I would keep going and shit. And you went to see me, bro. I remember you went to see me, and at that time you called me, right? I think you were like in vacations or something. You came to visit family members or some shit, and you stopped by, bro. And you were talking to me, and I couldn't even I couldn't walk, bro. Like I hadn't eaten shit. Like I was sick. I was sick bad. And you just kept telling me, bro, like, oh, by tomorrow you'll feel okay. By tomorrow you'll feel okay. Bro, that was a fucking lie, my boy. I felt worse, bro. Like a month later, I felt worse.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that, bro. Like you kept checking up on me, texting me, and that shit means a lot to me, because there's very few people that would do that, especially us not really knowing each other, us meeting each other, through social media and stuff like that. So I just want to say, hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, man.
But how you been, bro? How's everything going?
Good, dude. Good. Yeah, things are good.
All right, so let's start this off real quick. You have any shout outs or introduce yourself? Let the people know who you are.
Dervin Poison Pew. I make things.
You make things that go pew?
Yeah.
All right, bro. So let's start off with a simple one, right? I want to ask you, bro, since you started the 3D printing journey, right? Since you've been in the community, how has the 3D community changed since you started, bro?
That's a hard question to answer, honestly. I think the things we're doing are bolder, and I think we're like a lot more is being achieved these days. I think we're more productive in some ways, and other ways not.
Yeah. What have you seen, bro? Like out of everybody in the community that has been steadily doing the same thing over and over, right? Because I mean, shit gets boring, bro. Like just repetition, right? But who have you seen that keeps going and keeps trying to change and innovate stuff in the community? In your personal opinion, now, this is you. This is not what the people think. This is not what the people care. This is you.
Yeah, Middleton for sure. Like Middleton, someone see like doing different things than like he's usually doing. Like just talking with him a little bit, he's doing cool things to like kind of take this professional, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like honestly, I mean, the whole community kind of is always pushing the envelope. But V8's someone that I see doing that a lot. Yeah, dude. No, there's like a lot, honestly.
No, there is, bro. Let's talk about this guy right now, bro. Let's talk about 310, right? Because I missed this guy, bro. Like he was posting stuff, you know, he started with that board game. Like, yeah. Where has he been, bro? Where have you been? That's another good dude right there, bro.
Yeah, he's good people.
You know? But I want to talk to you about some real shit, bro, right? Because this is allegedly Real Talk with Sabr. And I wanna talk about how are you handling doing all the stuff that you're doing, right? Because you got so much shit in that archive, bro. I know you be working on a bunch of shit, put it to the side, come back, tweak it. How do you do that? Like, how does Dervin manage his day?
That's a good question. Usually, like, I try to have, like, you're allowed 10 projects. I try to have 10 things going. You know what I mean? It gets difficult sometimes, and like a lot of the time I plan on coming back to stuff and I just never do. I just forget. Like, literally, I've been like looking through my files the other day. I'm like, holy crap. Autism straight up.
Hey, I believe that shit, bro. We're like in the spectrum of the tisms. For reals. Like, I didn't think I had, like, what's that other one where like you like your attention span is like ADD. You know, you see, yeah. I didn't think I had that. And I guess the older I get, I realize I do, bro. Like, I only pay attention to shit. Like, if I'm really into it, once I figure it out, bro, like, I'm like, oh, it's like somebody says squirrel, you know, and I'm just like, where? But I already saw the squirrel, bro, like 20 times. It's the same one, actually. You know, like Rick and Morty when they're like taking over the world. And I'm just like, oh shit, it's a different squirrel. Is it the same one? Nah, it's a different, but it's the same one, bro. For reals. But what I want to ask you, bro, because I know I've interviewed you before, and with you, it takes time for you to start coming out of that shell and start talking. I want to ask you, how do you manage family life, bro? Like, how do you manage developing social media, the groups? Because I know you're not that big in social media, but I know you're big in the chats, in the groups. And then going out and giving Dervin his time, bro. Like, we all need that time to ourselves, right? How do you do that? That's what I want to know.
I mean, even when I'm not like in chat and stuff, I'm like in CAD.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. It's just like kind of, I don't know. I guess I probably should manage it a little better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I do make time for, like, you know, like, I'm in a relationship, like you have to make time for all of that.
Okay, so now you brought up the relationship part. How do you work with that? Like, how do you find a balance, or do you even think you have a balance?
I probably don't have a very good balance, but she's like, she comes to the meets. She's been to 2 meets with me. Like, she's down.
And honestly, bro, I think that's what matters, you know?
No, totally.
I think sometimes we don't want to do things with our significant other because we find it boring, right? And I think that's when issues start happening. Like, you don't want to do something. I
wouldn't say boring. I would say,
bro, some stuff my lady does is kind of boring, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But I do it because I love her, bro, and I care, and I want to be there to support her, and I know she's gonna support me, you know?
Yeah. I think people just get comfortable with one another, and like, you don't even realize it, you know what I mean?
But I mean, it's hard actually finding somebody that's gonna, like, you know, understand what you're doing and put up with it in a way, like, accept it, not put up with it, accept it, right? No, for real, bro, because I think me getting in that dating scene was really hard because I was like, fuck, I'm a mess, bro. Like, I'm at a rehab, you know, I died and shit. Like, what am I gonna offer this person, right? luckily she was understanding, and she's okay with me going through recovery, like, you know, knowing that I can't drink, knowing that I mean, I'm able to go to certain events now, you know, but it's like she noticed when stuff starts getting too, you know, we're Mexican, bro. Like there's no stop to the parties. It's a baby shower. There's gonna be alcohol. Like it's a kid's birthday. There's gonna be alcohol. It's not even the kid's birthday, bro. The kid's all like in the corner somewhere. Everybody's just getting drunk. I'm being honest. So she kind of sees that, and she'll be like, okay, you're feeling good. You want to go? But I think that's cool that your significant other goes to meets with you and everything.
Yeah. I think, no, I'm very fortunate. Yeah, she's very supportive.
Sufi says alcohol's cool. It is. Sometimes it is. But then I have another question for you too, right? Because Dervin works with questions, bro. I hate asking questions sometimes because it just, you know.
I feel it.
All right. What are some of the struggles that you struggled as a developer?
Some of the gun math stuff. I still run by a lot of other people. Like a lot.
So could you, like, I don't develop, right? I do little things here and there, but I've never done big old projects. When you're saying gun match stuff, could you explain that to people like me or others that don't understand?
If it can survive, like if things are thick enough, if like a lot of this is like it's definitely like a science. There's a science to it, but it's a lot of like educated guesses at first, you know what I mean? And then you like kind of like zero in on like okay, that does work. You know what I mean? Like I mean, it really, that's like honestly how it kind of all works is trial and error.
I mean, at least you're not blowing any fingers off or anything like that. So it's pretty much like you're doing the safety stuff, right? Like the math, making sure it's reinforced correctly.
Yeah. This isn't gonna blow up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dark has a question for you, bro. What are some projects you have on the back burner that are dope that you would like to talk about?
It gets hard to talk about them because, like, I have like a 1022 takedown chassis that I've like came up with. It's like my own system. I have a lot, honestly, a lot of projectiles for like launchers, like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, so, I'm trying to even think. Like, dude, I have like Mac projects for days, but I don't want to do any more Macs. Like, I have one more that I'm gonna like do, and then I'm like never gonna touch another Mac.
So let's talk about Macs, right? Because I remember, I think the last interview I did with you, it was you and Haywood Bus. What? Right?
Yeah.
Hey, would you bus off?
Yeah.
And I remember you guys were working on they had a Mac with called like These Nuts, and you guys had a bunch of variants of the Mac, right?
Yeah.
How is that going?
We're almost like released. We are like very close. I would put like the 1022 a pistol or a rifle. It would be a rifle if it's a takedown.
Okay.
I guess you could have a takedown pistol, but I've never heard of that.
So let's talk about that DIY, right? Mac.
Yeah.
I know you guys were struggling with certain things of making it lighter and making sure that it's still basically safe enough.
What we learned is the upper, it's like not, it doesn't really absorb force at all. It's basically a giant guide rod. So like it has to be strong. Don't get me wrong. You want that to be strong because of like potential out of batteries, like things like that. But like, like it doesn't have to be like, at least in specifically with the Mac, the way it works, the telescoping bolt, it's pretty safe.
So pretty much even the bolts, right? The ones you were gonna buy at the store, like everything's running the way you guys imagine, or
no? So we actually ended up going a different route. It was actually OA's idea because we got like that project's been going on for like a very long time.
Yeah,
it actually got like stalled out, and then OA came up with this because the nut project, like when we were going to use the regular nuts, basically you would have to time it, and like trying to explain how to do that to someone in a README is not happening. So like it's just like not very like it's just like not very viable. Like you'd have like it's hard to even explain how you would like line it up.
Let's be honest, half these fools don't read the README, you know.
That's what I'm saying. And like so like it would just be like, oh, it's a piece of shit when like no one read it. You know what I'm saying? Like but like what we ended up using is like the what is it, the DB alloy, I believe is what it's called. The metal plates, we modified them and ran through the trunnion to like kind of mount, because like basically all of you're braced on the bottom of the trunnion like already. That's like how it's retained, but like all of that force wants to go somewhere. So if we didn't like retain it in some way at the top, it would want, because it's not welded, it would want to do like a 180. So that stops that.
All right. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, I want to ask you one question. Did you guys ever think of like adding magnets, bro?
No.
Like no. Maybe that would take the impact, right, with the force.
Springless.
Fuck. I had to. I had to do it, bro. I had, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good.
But okay, since you started, right? I know I came back, right? And I start seeing a bunch of shit about launchers, bro. Like everybody's doing launchers. Everybody's talking about launchers, right? What's some launcher projects that you're looking into? And why do you think that launchers became as popular as they've become? Because I just come back and like it's launcher season nonstop. Nah.
Oh, that's why you don't get it.
I mean, I know it's like, fun, bro. Like just seeing them,
it's
but
fun. It's like, because there's like, I think there's like an inherent like, this isn't to kill like about it, so it's like kind of a little bit more approachable for a lot of people too. Yeah, if that makes sense. Like it's for signaling, so I don't know. So it's easier pill for some people to digest. But I have a 26.5 like pistol thing that I've been working on. That yeah,
like a signaling.
Yeah, it's 26.5. Like the flares. Yeah.
That sounds sick, bro. That sounds fire. If I ever got shout out to her, let's see. Oh yeah, because he has the one that's not printed. I seen that. That's just fire.
Dude, there's some like very, very strong designs out there where like they've done like the Odin. They've put that thing through hell.
Bro, the Odin looks sick. Like
it's the very first Form 1 registered destructive device, 40 millimeter, that's printed. We think. Yeah, he's got like he's got a 40 millimeter rifled version that he Form 1'd.
See, like I want to do a launcher, bro, but I know myself. Like I know I'm gonna be doing some degenerate shit with it, like taking it out in baby showers and just. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, bro. Like, I mean, I almost blew out my hand with like with a Harley. Imagine with
but that was like a Harley, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Everybody blew up their hand with
that. Exactly.
Yeah. So I've been thinking of doing one. Like, I even have certain parts in my cart allegedly because I need to fix my fence anyways. So I was looking at posts.
Seamless or better. No.
What do you mean?
Like this. They're like, it's truly seamless because like basically let me see.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, I got you.
there.
You got that at Lowe's or
No,
Home Depot?
Amazon.
Amazon selling them?
Seamless. Look
How
up
much was
Seamless.
it?
That's $26.5 and that was $10.
Really?
Yeah, Prime.
What the fuck? I was looking at Lowe's for a regular one and it was I think like 29 or something. And then Unseen Killer told me to buy the black one, like the ionized one or some shit.
Well, I don't know about that, but these are just aluminum. So,
hey, I'm done with that. Hey, if I get the parts, I'll build that bitch too. Like, allegedly, I will. I might. I don't know. I lie a lot, so don't. Whoever's listening, don't believe me. I think I have dementia or some shit.
I have a photo of 310s talking about the Harlot launcher, and like,
what?
Dude, those things are sketchy. I have a photo of Grill Daddy shooting his, and I slow-moed it, and you can see a frame where we're literally in the blast chamber. The plastic is expanding. It's like, dude, those things are dangerous as fuck.
I believe Dark, because Dark's a lawyer. Like, if you guys don't know what Dark actually does in his spare time, that fool's a lawyer. He works for the DOG.
They are technically lawful, I think. But I think you'd have a hell of a time.
Hey, they want you to show me the video, bro. Show me the video.
I don't know how I would do that right now. I'll post it or something.
You got your phone?
Yeah, but I don't know where it is on it right now and shit. I'll have to find the photo. The photo is like even better though. You can like literally visually see it like arc. Like,
and tag me. I want to see that. So wait, how the fuck did they come up with a Harlot launcher, bro? Like,
it shoots like its own like little projectile. I don't know what to call it. Like, he's a dude.
That was it, fighting for my freedom. Okay, so it's a 15 mm.
Yeah, they're supposed to be bird bangers. Like, basically, like you're supposed to like scare off fucking like hawks and shit from your cattle. Like, that's what they're supposed to be.
What the fuck? Yo, who tests this shit, bro?
310. Grill Daddy.
Yeah. Fuck, it makes sense now, bro. That shit makes sense. Fuck.
I have chickens in my apartment.
I mean, I wake up to roosters every day, but that's a different story. All right, man. I have one more question for you. Well, not one more, but I have another question for you, right?
What's up?
Since you've been in the community, bro, because I remember when you started, right? Like, we all started together, me, you, 310, a bunch of us, right? We came in this shit. I remember you had like this sketchy ass printer, huh?
Dude, yeah. I mean, I still
have it?
sketchy ass printers. Yeah, that is true. It almost blew up from the hot dog. To be fair,
I remember.
It all started because VA he highly antagonized Grill Daddy into shoving a hot dog into it and firing it. And what? It's like think about a car when you stick a potato in its tailpipe.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I still have mine. Mine are in my garage. Yeah.
Hey, I'm busting a tame. I have it on the floor right now.
That's probably the best spot, unless you have like a concrete block or something for it.
Yeah. So there is some madness to tame, huh? There's like some genius behind his madness.
Something like that.
Nah, I miss that fool.
I haven't talked to him in a while.
I know he's been a lot of us, I think, took a small hiatus, right? I mean, I know you were always posting, like, something I remember about you was your mock-ups, bro. Like, you were always doing nice ass stuff, your renders, the way you would use you choose your colors, your color scheme when you would post something. Like, I got that from you. I remember like seeing the way you handled your Instagram with the color schemes and then the way you would post. and you would stay consistent, right?
Yeah.
What happened to all your like, for a while you were going crazy with what were you doing for a while? You were doing a lot of the
like grips and shit and like
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still make a lot of shit. Like I'm working on something with like Many right now. It's like a Molly case for your like, it's for like your phone essentially, but it's like waterproof and shit. It'll attach to a vest or backpack or whatever, honestly, with Molly on it.
Okay, so out of all the projects you're working on right now, because I know you work on a bunch of shit, bro.
Yeah.
What are the ones that you're actually really concentrating on that you think like
I can't talk about those?
Okay, so let me ask it this way. Are you concentrating more on useful things or you're concentrating more on like shit just for fun?
No, like definitely like entire builds is like what I've been like doing lately. That's like why I don't really like I do like a whole gun. Like
because for a while you were doing a lot of, like you said, grips.
Yeah, no, those are like those are
like small parts. You weren't
exactly,
going full into like the dev
or
mode.
like
You were just like dabbling. That's what I want to ask you. Since the last time me and you spoke, right? Till now, how much do you think you have advanced? Like how much have you grown in your CAD skills?
Oh, a lot. Like night and day. Like honestly, like I spend a lot of time in CAD. Like a good amount.
310 has a question for you, bro.
I mean the Galileo is like what made me want to like be a part of the community, like versus like just someone that downloads like files and shit. Like, if that's your question. I don't know.
I think like for me it was also a 22. It was the bento box. The bento box.
Yeah, the bento box is sick.
When the bento box came out, what else? I mean, the FGC9. I still might have some of those parts allegedly.
If you build one, you might have like one of the only, like you might be one of the few people I know that actually has a finished one. I know a lot of people have them, but like not a lot of people, like I don't, for whatever reason. Is that build hard?
The issue with that build is, I think, just the time. Like
it's time consuming. Okay, that makes sense.
Especially on an ender, like now maybe with bamboos and stuff like that, it'll change. But I remember with enders, like, I mean, I remember when I did my oven, right? I did my oven on my ender with a fucked up band, bro. Like the band was like hanging on to its life, like on the last layer, and I was able to complete my oven.
Yeah.
And people don't understand, like, how could you get quality prints off a shitty printer, right? And I tell people it's the settings, bro. Like, because even if you have a bamboo and
you still need to calibrate.
And people don't do shit like that. Because I remember one time me and 310 were talking, and he's all like, "Hey, have you ever fucked with your extruder and this and that?" I'm like, "Bro, I haven't gotten that far." And I remember he tried doing it, and he just gave up, on his extrusion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people,
I think people over time will lose that like ability, like that, like you got from an ender. I think like bamboos and stuff are cool, but like I think everyone should own an ender and like try to upgrade it as soon as they get it and fuck that shit up. And then like have to figure out how to print on that thing.
Yeah,
it's all fucked up. You're like, how do I calibrate something that's out of calibrate?
I think that's what fucked up the community right now. That everybody's just spending money on printers and are printing quality or
better. I think that even that's like not necessarily good, because I think people think that just everything can be printed or whatever, when like speed is definitely a factor in strength. Like the faster you go, the less strength it has. There's ways to make up for it, but like it's still like I don't think people really understand. Like you cannot print like the normal bamboo speed and like go and shoot with that. Like you shouldn't. I mean, it might be working fine, but it's definitely significantly weaker.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, bro, like I remember I was one of those guys that bought an ender, souped it up, and it took me a month to get a quality print because I tweaked it, bro. I bought all the accessories, I upgraded it, and then I go and buy an open box ender. And the best quality print I've done is that open box ender. So then I had to reverse engineer my ender and start taking parts off and realize your ender only needs certain parts to be upgraded, and it runs perfect, and it's a workhorse. Like my thing was sitting for like over a year. I connected it, I leveled it, I did a couple test runs, and I was able to print perfect. Perfect. And I think people forgot that, bro. Like you figuring out the settings, having to go online into Reddit streams and figure out settings for things. Because when we started, a lot of people didn't want to hook you up with settings, bro. They were stingy as fuck because everybody was competing to have a clean print with less layer lines and less defects, And I remember when the fussy stuff came out, right? People thought you were printing nylon, but it was just like that little fussy trick on it.
Yeah.
And I think shit like that now is like everybody gets a certain printer, and now, I'm printing nice ass shit. And I was talking with Dark, right? Because Dark, Dark, I remember when Dark got into it, he was struggling with this ender. And now he's got a bamboo, and he's like, yeah, it's way better, But I think like the new generation of printers are not gonna know that struggle,
I think like if you're in any of like the groups, like any of their print rooms, I think people will start to be more and more puzzled over time, like on like what errors or like artifacts or whatever they're seeing in their prints are. Like I just see like I feel like a lot of that knowledge you get is from trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with your ender.
Yeah. Print Your 2A says I get better frames of my ender than my IC. I mean, you do, bro. Like watching those videos, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. I mean, I don't know. Oh, shout out to IPS.
Yo.
Yeah. Shout out. But I mean, what are you printing on currently? Like, what's your setup?
I mean, I have a Raise 3D N2 Plus and an Ender 5 and an Ender 3, but I also have a Bamboo P1S.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. And that's basically all I print on now is the P1S. Like, but I will say, like, I have to like actively like try to slow it the fuck down to like print.
Damn, shout out to the homie.
Yo.
Fuck. I'm not gonna read some.
Yeah. The X one is like the fast one. That one has like LiDAR though. It like literally knows where the print head is at all times and shit.
Okay. What do you think, like since we're talking printers, right? What do you think for anybody out there, right, that sees this and wants to get into printing, what printer would you recommend that person start with? I mean, if he has the money,
Look, you can always upgrade, and an Ender's like $99. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
the newer one is going for like 150 or something. Did you see that?
Yeah. You can like, I'm sure like what is it? Microcenter does those sales occasionally, or it'll be like $99 out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Microcenter. They have that deal.
Yeah.
Wild Arms Research says he loves his Quiddy X Max.
That's a fast printer and a nice printer too.
Hey, I knew this one was gonna ask this question, bro.
Huh? Not that I know of. I mean, I'm sure a burnt bacon is somewhere. Somewhere I haven't seen a burnt bacon, but fuck. Honestly, probably a burnt bacon. If it's anything, it's a burnt bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen it though, not to my knowledge.
Okay, let's talk about that, right? Making it on an evidence table. Is that goals, bro? Like, is that goals in the community? or is that like?
I wouldn't say goals. I think it's funny, like a little bit, like just to see it, like because like Canada, it's like it'll be any like. It's not goals. I wouldn't call it goals. I think it's like it'd be like kind of funny to see, but it's definitely not goals. I don't want to see someone get raided.
Okay, but let's. You brought up Canada for a reason, right? And I remember before I left, I was getting a bunch of solicitations, bro, from Canadians. Like, did you ever get that?
No.
I was getting a bunch of people from Canada, right, hitting me up saying like, "Hey, could you ship this? Could you ship that?" And it was a bunch of Canadian people at that time, and I think it was around the time when Canada passed that.
If you ask me to sell you anything, you're blocked. So
no, yeah.
Yeah.
And then for a while, I was getting a bunch of people from Ukraine hitting me up, bro. And I'm like, bro, you guys got guns. Like, you guys got free guns. Like, you don't need me printing shit for you, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I would definitely not do that. I would not print a gun and put a lower in the mail for anybody. It's a trophy treasure. Look. I feel that. Yeah, we all know.
Hey, it's like in that Don't Be a Menace movie where that fool has the video where he killed the Asian fools and he's showing everybody, remember?
Yeah.
That's 310 with his like, look, my shit for real. All right, man. So let's see. What releases are you excited about, bro? Because I know you can't talk about your projects. I forgot. Many said the same thing. Many said there's some dope-ass projects coming out that he wasn't able to talk about.
I'm finally, like, I'm almost where I want to be, where I'll start another beta. And, like, once I have that going, then I'm going to start, like, I kind of have, like, the backlog kind of worked out. So, yeah. I mean, I'll have a bunch this year, I think, as long as people are productive. But like, I mean, there's a lot coming out like all the time, bro. It's like, it's honestly so hard to like kind of like pay attention to like how much shit's coming out.
Hey, and let's talk about that, right? Because I remember when, like, right when I was leaving, like stuff wasn't dropping as consistently as it's dropping now. Like it would take a month, sometimes a little bit more to get new releases. If it wasn't a release, it was probably like a remix. If it wasn't a remix, it was probably like, just it wasn't like now. Yeah. Like now I see launchers dropping every other week, bro.
Yeah, so I don't know that that's a good thing either, because testing takes time. I don't care who you are, it takes time, like, to actually be done. Like, unless you've got everybody going out hitting fucking 500 rounds the first range session, like, do you know what I mean? Like it takes time. It takes time to get rounds from people. So
what do you think? Like,
I just don't know if everything's being tested as the way it should be. Like,
you think printers are just fucking like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just launch, like, drop.
Space has blown up, and I think people think that you can just, like, if you can design it, it can be done. And I think kind of not a lot being done with safety in mind. There's definitely the core groups of people that I would say definitely designed for safe, but there's a good amount of shit I see on Odyssey I'm like, that has never been tested ever. You can tell. I can tell because I know it won't work or whatever. Like,
fuck. And let's talk about that for a moment, right? There's so much stuff out there, right? The space has gotten so full of stuff that might be tested, might not. Somebody might have just started designing and, I could design it and threw it out there. What do you think that's gonna lead to, bro? Like, how do you stay a path where you're safe to print it, and then where shit's gonna work? Like, how do you maneuver this space? Like, what would be your advice?
I mean, I would print stuff. I don't print the one-off, that random one that's, it's close to being like the burnt bacon, but it's not the burnt bacon. It's the burnt bacon for Glocks, but that doesn't work. And like, I got yelled at for some other guy's design. Like you feel me? Like people do stuff like that. Like, they'll print that, even though it's not by me, it has no testing. They'll just print it and it'll explode, and they'll be like, what the fuck? Like, I would stick to like teams or like stuff that like is, you know, who like people, like you can tell, you know, who people put out quality. That's a stick to those people.
We got a little, what do you think about this?
Yeah, having like a fully tested design.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. Like, I think that's why it's hard, because I think a while back I went online, right, and I was looking for files just to see, get back in touch and understand what's been happening since I was gone. And I just saw a bunch of stuff, bro, that I didn't like. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that? And I mean, I don't know if it works, and I'm not gonna print it, but I think people that PY2A, let's use that example. He's putting work on that, like you said, Middleton, bro. Anything done by Aussie, time is spent there. Like you guys know how it works, how it's gonna get back. It's like certain, I think that's a good thing now, that with time, certain developers, certain people have maybe gone together, hung out together, and now you have little teams out there that are working with their stuff and nothing but their stuff. So you'll get stuff like that where it's kind of branching out and becoming little subgroups, right, that are working on different things.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's like, I'll work with whoever on a project if, like, I don't think it's intentional. I don't think, like, I have people I like to work with for sure, but like most, like, it's not like I get asked to work on stuff all the time. Like, you know what I mean? I keep a fairly small group of people I talk to regularly, and I work with them.
And let's talk about that, right? We as people are hard to get along with, right? And we usually like sticking with our niche group, right? When we find a niche, we stick there, and we feel like we belong, and we don't like moving outside of our groups. Do you think that in a way is helping the community a little bit more, avoid certain drama, avoid certain controversies? Because you're more in the developing world than I am, I talk to a lot of people, but you guys, developing is way different than just people that print.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of trust, and like you gotta like that's like what it boils down to. I feel like is trust, and so like I have people I trust, and like that's kind of who I stick to, I guess. Unless I'm misunderstanding the question.
No, yeah, it's pretty much what
Yeah, like that's like what it comes down to is like, okay, if I show you this or I would let you work on this, you're not gonna just go and try to do this too, and like to beat me to what I've been putting time and effort and, you know what I mean, all for literally just to do it, and for you to come and like try to do it first. Like that's a fucked up move, and it happens kind of more than you think.
No, and I think I agree with you on that we have so many people printing and so many people thinking that they could develop, that we are losing
it makes it
imagination, kind of, bro. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of people that are good at CAD but maybe don't have ideas.
Exactly.
Like you know what I mean, and like that's cool and all, but like I think you need some ideas to like kind of do stuff, you know what I mean, and like be your own individual.
Yeah. So in a way, these are not your words, these are mine, right? This is what I'm thinking in my head at this moment, is that all these little subgroups of people printing in a way is good at the same time, because it's bringing more light to the community, but at the same time, there's more of us, so we're lacking certain type of ingenuity. How do we say?
lot of people going for low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
And like that's cool. And like yeah, I'm like not knocking that. But like it's just like if you're trying, if you see someone else's idea, and even if you can do it yourself, let them put the idea out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's all I'm trying to say.
So we have a question right here, man, and I think this is around, your area of expertise. I'm new to the group and I'm learning to design files. I was wondering if it's good to specialize in a specific thing.
I think when you do it long enough, you kind of it gets boring doing the same thing all the time. So you'll just inevitably make new things, and that's kind of how it all works. So like I would like like do things till you're good at them, but like I would you want to be like master of none. You know what I mean? Kind of like good at like with an understanding of like what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? Like a year ago, my goals were different with the build. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll expand as you go.
Correct. And I think, what, because it's an interesting topic, right? Like understanding that sometimes stuff happens, bro. Like where you're trying to come up with an idea and then you try to share with somebody to try to get their input in it, and then it just goes all south. And I think that's what you were talking about, making sure you stick with a group of people that you kind of trust. But do you think that's what at this moment is kind of slowing down the community, that instead of us being able to share more info and give input and take input from other people, sometimes we have to...
I think drama is distracting.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it is. It's like, it's better to make it more about, like, I think that's like what's better about it being kind of the way it is. It's like, you won't, like, I don't have people I butt heads with. I don't like get into disagreements with people daily. You know what I mean? Like, this is a hobby. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people fucking forget that. Like, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be enjoyable. When you have like people being like dicks to you, like for no reason or whatever, like it makes it not fun. So like, yeah, stick to your, like, open betas suck. Like, open betas suck. People trying to cause problems. You have to like just fight there and grin it. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
I get you, man. And it kind of sucks, right? It kind of sucks that it's getting to the point. I mean, it's always been like that, right? But I think now it's just more people in the community. Printing, I feel, has gotten easier with the advancement of the printers, right? Now everybody think. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's like, I think it brings like people, when they come into betas, sometimes they're a little bit more entitled, especially like open betas. Like newer people can be entitled. I think that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Like demanding shit. Like, yo, I'm just giving you all this shit for free. Like, you can just like, be nice.
Okay, so we have a question. Do you all see the composite projects getting more common, like the 3D P90 with its printed then metal filled bolt, or some of the designs with metal inserts in place and not just all printed?
That's the future. Like, that's where, like, how you'll go to rifle rounds. That's how you will. That's the future. Like, bolts need weight, like, and like they need to be strong. Like, it makes sense to fill a bolt with metal, like it does. I don't see how you can like even like make that better. Like, it's pretty fucking good. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, I mean, let me ask you this question, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to answer, right? But the community has grown largely, bro, since me and you started, right? Since we started doing interviews, and it just exploded, right? What do you think out of everything that's gone on? Is it a little bit better now, or do you think it's just it got too diluted?
No, I think it did get diluted. I think it gets difficult for people to remember like what they're even like what their goal with this is. Like, is your goal to have like is your goal to put out projects, or like what? Like, you have to ask yourself why you come to this space. Do you know what I mean? I feel like a good amount of people enter this space with different intentions than me, at least, and it muddies the waters.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think you got a point right there. One more question for you, bro. Because I'm trying to understand the community at this moment. You know, I haven't been around. You know, I don't really like going into chats because I'm gonna be honest. You know, sometimes I post certain things and then I'll get a comment in my comments of like people being petty, bro, right? And in my head, right, I'm like, we're all grown ass adults. Like, my likes are not gonna be their likes, and their likes are not gonna be mine. And I think sometimes we just need to shut the fuck up and realize, like, okay, I think what's going on, you know, and this is just my perspective, right? This is my perspective. I think a lot of us, bro, we have a fucking huge ego, and we don't like to see when new people are doing a little bit more than what we thought we could be doing at this time, at this moment, you know? I think a lot of us don't like to start from scratch again and build up and keep pivoting and innovating. And I think certain people think that certain people just come in the community and they accept them with open arms, right? And all I gotta say is fuck everybody that thinks that way, because you guys don't know what the community truly is till you meet certain people and actually interact with them and actually get to know them as human beings they are. Not because you want to work on their projects with them, not because you think they make cool shit, but you actually take the time to text them, to reach out, to understand who they are, instead of just trying to chase that clout for that moment.
Yeah.
And that's my personal opinion, and I think that's what's been going on with the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm home.
Yeah.
I left, but I came back and I brought the milk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, you were in a milk carton, man.
I know, bro. What the fuck?
Dude, I literally thought you were dead. Like, I literally
For real?
Yeah, bro. Like, I was like, people were like, "Where's Sabr?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Like, I'm like, literally like,
fucking died.
You just dropped off.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it was good though, because like they took my phone away, and like I had a good amount of time with no phone, bro, no news, no TV, nothing. Like it was like I'm not gonna lie, it was like a spiritual retreat, bro. We had cows, we had chickens, we would feed them, you know, we would rake sand. Like, how the fuck rake sand, bro? Like, they would make us rake sand, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's sand, bro. We're in the desert raking sand, bro. You know? So I mean, I was bad. I mean, you saw me. You saw me physically. How did I look? Do you remember how I looked?
Yeah, you were not looking so hot. You looked pale, you know what I mean?
Like bad, huh? Like a ghost?
I was checking the website. I knew he wasn't in jail.
I was bad, bro. Like I was truly bad. Like, I think I was like, and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not at my like I'm not at 100%, right? Especially this month fucks me up a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like I feel, you know, like I go outside and if the sun hits me, I feel warm. Like I feel the sun actually touching my fucking skin, bro. Like, and I hadn't felt for the longest time. It sounds weird, but I hadn't, bro.
You
like
just weren't paying attention, but I feel
yeah,
you. Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I appreciate you. That's why I went on
100%.
and I'm trying to do this podcast, you know, where I had you, because you guys, you know, many knew, like you, many 310, you know, shout out to him too. It was a couple people in the community, bro, that knew that, you know, PYA, you know,
yeah,
like PY2A, like he had some, he would reach out. It's like, you know, Mr. Snow reached out, like
yeah. Didn't you bail on him?
Yeah, I bailed out on a lot of people at the end, bro. I was bad.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, damn, that's rough.
Like, yeah, but he, like, that's
He
why he don't want to
out.
adopt me no more, bro. Like, for reals. But shout out to him, you know. But I mean, I think that's the issue with that we're having right now, that we're not looking at each other as people, like as humans. We're looking at each other like, how could I get in this project and get my name out there? And I think we're like becoming 3D fucking printing 2A community sluts, bro. We're slutting ourselves out to the best project and the best beta, bro. That's just sad, bro.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but
that's me, bro.
Yeah, you're over there just letting it up for the projects.
I mean, good. Yeah, that makes sense. But what do you think, bro?
Huh.
What do you think?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you think? What do you think what do you think the community needs at this moment? Like, and that's your personal opinion, you know, just you. What do you feel that the community needs more of? What type of projects do you think?
I think people need to understand what a beta is. Like, it's not like yo, these files. It's not like pre-release. You know what I mean? It's a beta. Like, you're like trying to like problem solve. Like, if you just want files, wait till after the beta.
Look at many enemies is already trying to slut me out. Naughty. But yeah,
that is what it's all about. Building guns is better and more fun with your friends.
Let's one more question. When you decided to get into the community, right? When you decided, hey, I'm gonna start doing this, when did you decide? Like, when did you realize you were like balls deep? Like, there was no coming back. Like, this was now your life. This is what, because it out of everybody I know, bro, this is your life. Like, if people don't know you, like, you could, if I text Dervin at a certain time, he won't answer. But if I text him at a certain time, I know he's gonna be up because he's working on something or something, and he's gonna answer. And
no, I feel you. I guess I don't understand the question.
Like, when did you realize that this was like you? Like, this, there was no turning back from the community, like that you were fully in, bro.
When you have an idea, you make it in 3D, in like a modeling software, you print it and you go and test it and it works. That shit is pretty addicting. Like, it is. Like, it's like, I don't know. It feels like obtaining the impossible kind of sometimes. You know?
The creation, right? Like creating something out of nothing. Like, you feel like, I mean, like a god, bro. Like, like, this is your project, this is your baby, and you're looking after it, and like a mother giving birth, let's say, in my way, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I get you. And then 310 has a question.
Biggest heartbreak. that 310 wasn't an ATF agent. I thought for sure.
What happened? wait. Rewind that shit. Bring it back.
Remember when we all met and he was the whole time, all right, boys, that's a wrap. Move in.
Yeah. hey, remember, bro? Remember when we met and fucking we all patted each other down?
Yeah. Literally all of us were just like, yo. It was like that Spider-Man meme where everyone's like, they're all pointing at each other.
Yeah.
Like literally, like you're a fed.
We're like, if you're not a fed, do some cocaine.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody! I think I've never been as clean anywhere as I went to go meet you guys. Like I had nothing on me, bro. Like nothing. I was like,
literally
nothing.
Yeah.
Like
debating on bringing my phone.
Yeah, I was like, fuck this, bro. Like I got there early, parked the corner, and I'm like, let me see, making sure the spot looks clean. I circled around twice and shit.
Yeah,
and
you were me and 310 were there.
Yeah, and then you had us meet at this area that I know is very like white and shit. I'm like, fuck.
That was not that white. Get out of here.
That's why when we went back to like Santa Ana, I felt comfortable, bro. Like when we went to get the chicken wings, I'm like, I feel safe here. I know the area. I know how to escape, you know?
Yeah.
For real. But I mean, shout out to you guys, bro, because I remember like you guys took me out for my birthday too. And I think that's what it's all about, right? Like the community coming in as a whole, you know, you meet certain group of people that you never think you're going to meet. And they do things to you that till this day still has some type of meaning, right? Like I never did do shit for my birthday, bro. Like never. Having you guys take me out and going out and we chilled, like that shit was fun. And I think sometimes we need to forget that we're all people, bro. We all make mistakes. We all go through certain situations in life. But at the end of the day, I think staying truthful to each other, bro. Like, you know, I think loyalty has died. And everybody's just trying to figure out, I don't know.
Approaching any friendship on a level where it should be like, you want something from it is kind of like the wrong intention. Like if that makes sense. Like I just want a friend to be my friend.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't get it.
I mean, I kind of do, but I get it. Oh shit. Unseen. And one more question for you, bro. Right? Damn. Where do you think the community's heading? Like with the 3D printing, I know people are talking about them making printers illegal, or like for a while people were talking.
For a second. Think about them trying to do that. That'd be like banning CNC machines.
And
like,
also
do that.
They were trying to remember, like, do like, hey, you need a license to buy 3D print filament and bullshit like that. Like, what do you think about that?
It's a science project. Like this is like most people, like honestly, like unless you're in GunCAD specifically, your first exposure to a 3D printer is science class. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's retarded. Like it's just, it makes no sense. That's going after, like that will never stand. First of all, like I don't even know how you would even like what would be your justification? Like that's like banning a hammer. Like it makes no sense.
No, it does. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Man, all I gotta say, bro, is I come back and then fucking launcher season everywhere, and I want one. Fuck, I do, bro. I'd be doing some degenerate shit if I had one, bro. To be honest, I would like, and I think that's why I still haven't gotten one, because I'll be like just busting it out on the street, bro, like, and then just going fucking crazy with it, like, you know, like making videos of me, bro, like fucking that shit with like fucking Mexican folklore, like narco corridos, bro. Like I'd be like with a hat and some cowboy boots, bro. Like shooting diapers out of it or some shit, bro. Like I'd be going stupid with that.
It's not a t-shirt gun.
I want. Hey, we need to make one, bro. You need to make one, bro. You need me. You need to make me a t-shirt gun, bro. And I'll make some allegedly t-shirts and we'll shoot them, like for real.
I don't even know how I would go about that. Those things are crazy. They're actually
it just needs like some
involved.
Compressed air, right? Like almost like a paintball gun, no?
Kind of. They're like hooked up to like little compressors. Yeah.
Yeah. You know who would probably be good at that shit? Mr. Snow, bro. Nerf rounds. Somebody needs to design a Nerf round now for a launcher, bro.
Wait, so like you can't have anti-personnel. Like that would technically be like a rubber round, and like that's a destructive device. I'm just saying, like anything made for that sole purpose, like it doesn't like smoke. It doesn't provide shock.
Wait, what if it whistles? If it whistles, it's a signaling device.
This is like I've been down this road. I've been down this road too, dude.
Yeah.
Like same logical step. But nah, like that's also a little bit more complicated than it seems.
Fuck.
Rusty Shackelford actually has the duck call round, and I think it works. I'm pretty sure it works. Yeah. It's heavy.
Damn. Is that shit legal?
I mean, the Captain America rounds are debatably legal by themselves.
Fuck, I snorted. All right, bro. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered it all, man.
Hold on. What about this one?
Fires off a blank on impact. I don't get it.
Airsoft blank rounds they have where it fires off a blank on impact. Oh, fuck! I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get that. Fires off like. Oh, they're talking about the PDs, like the point detonating. Yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, he's talking about PDs.
Okay, one question for you: if you're new to launchers and you want to build a launcher,
read your local laws.
No, wait, not for me, right? Because I'm not gonna build one. I'm not. No, I'm not. But if you want to build one, what would be the easiest starter launcher you would recommend or you think would be kind of, you know?
I mean, I built a Nameless and it was it's like 8 printed parts maybe. Well, maybe that's the original, but like even like the new trigger or whatever, like they're real easy to build, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it comes in 37 or 26.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can launch or mount it on the bottom of your gun.
Oh, I seen. Yeah. I seen that they even put like a bayonet to them too, huh?
Yeah. I haven't seen that, but I've seen some crazy builds with them on it.
So the Nameless. Another one more.
That's a pretty good one, dude, honestly.
So you heard it first, guys. If you want to build entry-level launcher, the Nameless. What if you want to get technical?
The Thumping Gride's pretty crazy build, I heard.
Yeah?
It's got, you can build like a lot of different things out of it.
I'm telling you, bro, the dirty diaper one, that won't be sick.
Ugh.
That won't be cool, bro. Like, remember, I don't know. I never did this, but I knew people that allegedly did this. They had the paintball guns and they would freeze them, right?
Yeah.
And then they would go like shoot people just for fun.
Yeah. That shit fucks you up.
Yeah, imagine shooting people with a launcher, dirty diapers, just for fun. Like I'm not saying do it, you know. I'm just saying
I don't want to put that out into the world. I don't like.
It might be fun, unless you end up. Oh wait, and then it's true. Yeah, that's kind of makes sense.
I mean,
Fuck.
Yeah, flinging shit at someone is definitely.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like very like still like prison mentality, huh?
Yeah.
If I ever got his same balls.
Oh, that's Danny's other. It's like the pump action. That's definitely a war crime in some countries. A lot of shit's a war crime in some countries, though.
All right, man. Let the people know what you do, where they can find you, and anything else you want to let them know, bro.
Yeah, Dervin Poison Pew. That's my name on any social media that I'm on. So that's how you'll find me.
All right, for sure. Make sure you guys go check his shit out. Fuck, I think you never sleep, bro. You're always working on shit, like always. And I mean, I know you sleep, but like you're always you're like I think you just have a back catalog full of stuff that you're continuously working on, and I think you do a lot, bro. You do a lot for the community in the background too. People don't know that. So thank you for that, bro. You went in and you just haven't stopped, and that's amazing because not a lot of people have that stamina, you know.
Yeah.
And I truly appreciate you as a friend, bro. Like
dude.
You don't know how, like, you don't know how much motivation you gave me when I actually needed you. And to be honest, bro, like you were one of the reasons that I kept like fighting, because you would tell me I could do it, and I remember you would tell me it's gonna get better, and I was like, "Fuck this fool! If he's lying to me," but you did something where it was to the point where I couldn't go back anymore, bro. Like I just had to deal with it. I could. There was
20 days. Now
yeah,
20 days in. What are you gonna do? Throw that away?
I'm fucking a year in now, bro, and thank you. Like I appreciate that, because you and many, bro, like if I wasn't able to be honest with you guys and let you know what I was actually going through, you know, I would have probably kept on using because I still had shame, bro. Allowing me to remove my shame and let you guys know, at least be honest with certain people, allowed me to actually be honest with myself. And I appreciate you for that, bro. Like I truly do.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, I'm gonna close the show. Stay backstage for a bit so we could talk. All right. Thank you. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys showing up. Everybody that was here, I appreciate it. Make sure you guys tune in for the following week. Stay posted, subscribe, hit that like button. I'm working on a guest for my next show. And thank you guys. Truly, thank you. You guys don't know how much the community means to me and how much you guys done for me. So I appreciate you. Have a great night.